Hi Libras, thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Forgive me if you were one of those signs that didn't get a weekly. For one of those weeks, I had to take a break. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Neptune is retrograde, so let me go ahead and go over that real quick. Neptune retrograde is going to be associated with mysticism, spirituality, occult matters, and when it goes retrograde, our inner life is challenged. We may need to redefine how we connect to the deeper, more psychic and subtle aspects of the universe. Very spiritual. It rules Pisces. It is retrograde in Pisces right now. Saturn rules Capricorn, and it's retrograde in Capricorn right now, as well as Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and it's retrograde as well right now. And we're in the retrograde shadow period for Mercury retrograde, which happens on July 7th. Mercury goes retrograde. We have a total solar eclipse on the 2nd of July. There's another eclipse in July. There's 2 eclipses and I think 2 new moons in July. There's a new moon on the 4th of July. How about that? And our full moon is in Capricorn in July as well. Right now where the planets are, Mercury's in Cancer until the 26th. Venus is in Gemini, and then it moves into Cancer on the 3rd of July. Mars is in Cancer. It moves into Leo on the 1st of July. Again, I went over Jupiter, Saturn. Uranus is in Taurus. Neptune, I went over that. Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn as well. Chiron is in Aries. Chiron, however you want to say it. It goes retrograde July 8th. I did talk about what that goes over, and I'm going to post about that on my Instagram page as well, but like 2 readings ago, I think I mentioned Chiron retrograde because I thought it went retrograde June 8th, and I was wrong. So whatever the video is before that, if you want to just check the first couple minutes, I go over that. But again, once we get closer to that period, I'll start posting about it on my Instagram page. And I don't really post repeatedly, and I do post a lot of bullshit, I'll warn you. But anywho, let's go ahead and get into your reading. It's going to be a relationship spread. You know, the left side is you, the right side is your person. However, it can flip-flop. The whole reading can be you. So you can take over the entire reading and be both sides. We're going to look at the relationship situation, the overall theme of the reading. Top part is the mental energy. Middle is the emotional heart space. And the bottom is the action or behavior or what you appear to be doing to your partner. It can be for any relationship, friendship, family, work relationship, romantic relationships, any relationship in your life, period, with anyone, or the relationship you have with yourself. Again, we all have masculine and feminine energy, so don't pay much attention to the male or females on the card, just the energy of the card and also just the energy of the sign. But if it fits the person you're dealing with, all the better. 2 more. That's 1. Let's go ahead and lay your spread, Libra. All right. And the moon is in Pisces right now. By the time this video goes up, it'll probably be in Aries. Overall theme of the reading, we have the Page of Wands. Could be new communication or a new, I feel like a new, something's new. Could be communication, could be travel, could be like a new talent. New artistry, new talents, new skills. This can also represent spirituality. Some of you are probably picking up on or learning that you have spiritual gifts that you never knew you had. And that's not unusual at all because Jupiter is retrograde and it deals with talent, skills, and abilities. And Neptune retrograde and Pluto retrograde. Pluto's going to deal with like rebirth, transformations, and let me not lie to you, it's right here. I'm kind of going blank. I had too much caffeine today, so I'm just like, but yeah, like life-changing things, transformations, very transformative energy, rebirth, Scorpio energy, right? Think the death card in the tarot deck. That's Pluto and Scorpio energy, but and then Jupiter deals with talent, skills, and abilities, and luck. And then Neptune is spiritual. So a lot of us are unlocking spiritual gifts that we didn't know we had to. All right, so the relationship situations, and Temperance, balancing, negotiation, trying to find balance, balancing tempers, balancing attitudes, balancing emotions, balancing the heart and the mind, trying to find balance within this connection. Maybe you're trying to find balance within. I do get a sense of this being a little bit of your energy, Libra, because of the 2 cups, trying to find balance. It does remind me similar to like your Libra skills, if that makes sense. Trying to acquire balance. Could also be some healing involved here. You could be doing some healing and internal balancing. You could be getting spiritual messages. This is my spiritual messenger card for me personally as a reader. When I first started reading tarot, it kind of meant spiritual messages for me a lot, and it hasn't really picked up that way. I haven't really picked it up as that way. It can also be flirting. Some of you could be flirting with new people or trying to meet new people or something, but I think you are trying to balance volatile factors within yourself or within a relationship. You're trying to negotiate, trying to find balance, acquire balance, or maintain balance, which is like your thing, right, Libra? On your mind, you could be thinking about a Capricorn, or you could be thinking about your money, trying to find order and security. You could be trying to secure some type of property, secure some type of business deal, some type of arrangement, meeting, something like that. I feel like it's either business related, home related, has something to do with your money or something tangible, or it could also be time, energy, or effort. As always, this is Capricorn energy though, but this is what's in your headspace if this is your side, Libra. In your heart, you may be wanting to communicate with someone. This could represent fast-moving situations as well. It can also represent travel. It's Sagittarius energy. This is also Mercury and Sagittarius. It's communication. Mercury, like I said, we're in the beginning. We're in the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. So communication. Let's see. I won't say it won't move as quickly, but be mindful of communication. Maybe not moving as quickly as this card would usually represent because of Mercury being retrograde. However, I don't have any reversals in this deck right now. They're all upright. I believe so, but in your heart, I think you're wanting to communicate with someone, probably wanting to make some type of romantic gesture. Not romantic gesture, but this is my shoot your shot card, and that's where I'm going with this. Probably wanting to flirt with someone or make some type of communication with someone. Let's see. Your behavior. You could be distant. I did get cold and distant right away, but that's what this means in the reverse. But I do get a sense that you probably appear to be cold and distant. This is your energy, Libra. Could also be Aquarius or Gemini, but this is, either way, it's air energy. The specific sign matters not. However, it represents making strong-willed decisions. I think you are just taking the time to make smart decisions. You're weighing your options internally. You're probably, I think you are at this point probably taking your heart or your intuition into consideration, because temperance is here, when ordinarily I think you would be all mind or all ego. And I think you are making smarter decisions for yourself. But we'll clarify and see if that's true, Libra. Your person could be in their mind space. This represents sporadic energy or high volumes of ideas. They could be having a lot of thoughts or a lot of just a lot of ideas, or it can deal with it's intellectual energy, so it can deal with communication or thoughts. But like if it's communication, I feel like it's sporadic communication. But on this person's mind could probably just be a lot of ideas. This could also be you. You could be having a lot of ideas about some type of business deal or trying to secure some type of business arrangement, trying to create order and security in your life, with money or with your job or just within, creating that balance, because the fours are about balance as well. This is Gemini energy, I believe. It could also be Aquarius or Libra, again, air. I'm getting just sporadic energy or just a lot of ideas. Be mindful with this though, if you're cross-watching, because you can be leaving things undone, unfinished, not dedicating enough time to one task before you move on. So be mindful of that. In your person's heart space, we have the Three of Wands, waiting to execute a move. We're waiting for the right moment to make a move. This could involve travel as well. They could be waiting to travel, trying to move. Yeah, that's what this feels like having a whole lot of ideas and just waiting on the right moment to kind of act maybe on one of these ideas. It could be an artist or creator, or again, they could be trying to move, or just, like I said, this could involve travel with the Wands. It's Aries energy. I think they're just waiting on the right moment to initiate their, or put a plan into action, or they're probably still brainstorming, and that's probably why in their heart they haven't, it's not time to maybe put the plan into action. But I think they're in their heart, they're just thinking about the moment, like, oh, I can't wait to put this plan into action. I can't wait to, I have all these ideas. I can't wait to actually start executing them. It's kind of what I get from that. And that's the kind of vibe I get from this too. It's like you're thinking about securing the bag, and then this is maybe the communication initiated to kind of get that going, and then you're in the place where you're making decisions, making business deals maybe. Could be, because with these two, this could represent just negotiation with business dealings. Could be negotiating contracts or something like that, legal documents, anything like that. And then your person, it appears to be alleviating stress, moving on from things that don't serve them, and just moving into calmer waters. They could be distancing themselves from you. You could feel like this person has moved on from you. Or they may be moving, like actually moving with these two cards, because these both can represent travel. And with this card, it's like trying to run away, like running away. So I think you may view this person as like moving on from you. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It's air energy. I'm still learning the specific signs. But the way this is moving away from this king, you could feel like this person is moving away from you, or has distanced themselves from you, or you could feel like there's some type of distance between you two. All right, let's clarify the spread in front of me. Maybe you're wanting to make communication with this person. This person could be waiting to hear from you, waiting to receive communication from you. Let's see. Two more shuffles. Let's clarify the spread for Libra, please. One. Two. It's so funny because if it's an X, Mercury retrograde, they say usually always brings back the X's. So this is Mercury in Sagittarius. This person could be coming back during Mercury retrograde. So let's go. Okay, all these cards are in the reverse, so I'm flipping them all over. Okay, maybe not. Okay, never mind. Thought my deck was upside down or something. I do have a mixture in here. Okay, so the relationship situation. I'm sorry, the overall theme of the reading, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. With the Five of Swords being in the reverse. Okay, give me a second. With the Page of Wands here, maybe there was some type of mental conflict. Maybe I feel there could have been mental conflict, like somebody was just ignoring their intuition, ignoring spiritual messages, or maybe you didn't know how to identify spiritual messages as spiritual messages, and there was some type of mental conflict with the Five of Swords. I'm sorry, I haven't even had to use my notes in forever, but for whatever reason, I'm like, yeah, I think there's a releasing of the pride, releasing pride. I think it's you, Libra. I think you're releasing a little bit of pride. This is Aquarius energy. Accepting something, because the Five of Swords is like throwing your swords down and just like giving up before there's loss and destruction, right? Like knowing when to back away, because it's a no-win situation. This is releasing pride in the reverse, and I think you are exploring the possibility, or exploring what you were unaware of, or what's the word? Unfamiliar with before, because of pride. Whatever your pride was keeping you from exploring before, you're now exploring that. And I think you are also kind of putting your ego to the side a little bit and being able, some of you are being able to recognize spiritual messages for what they are. With the Star card in the reverse here, you may have lost a little bit of hope in this healing process. There may have been a lot of struggles with overcoming or grieving or seeing success in your progress. You may be feeling a little bit discouraged because healing is hard. It's not easy. When you start picking yourself apart and you decide, okay, cool, I'm going to do this, the universe starts testing you and you start getting triggered and you start, it's always the people you love and complete strangers, and there's tests left and right, and it's not an easy process. And some of you may be feeling like you want to give up, you can't do this, or you may be feeling like you may be losing faith in yourself, or losing faith in the process, or having a little bit of self-doubt, or just kind of like feeling discouraged. If you're trying to find balance in a relationship, you could be feeling discouraged about the progress because you feel like this person is leaving. You feel like this person is walking away from you, or they've moved on. Some of you are probably going to release your pride and go ahead and initiate communication with this Page of Swords here. All right, we got the Four of Wands with the Four of Pentacles. 2 4s. The Four of Wands in reverse, though. So I feel like you feel like on your mind, I feel like some of you think the foundation has been broken. You could just be focusing on, if this is a relationship, a personal relationship, I feel like you feel like there was a foundation that was broken or compromised. Some of you are just focusing on your money instead. Some of you want to build order and structure back into this once harmonious situation, because it does still represent passion and creative energy and artistic energy, but it's passionate situations or projects. Could also be relationships. It's also my settle down card. So in the reverse, it's not a bad card. It's one of those cards that's still good in the reverse. For me, it's just like delay of success or delay of that stability. The Four of Wands is about settling down into a relationship. So I feel like that, like the stability of it, or the comfort or alignment has been compromised in the reverse, and maybe you're trying to create order and structure, trying to figure out how you can create that order and structure or that security within this connection again, or maybe you're just thinking about your money. With the Ace of Swords in the reverse, with the Eight of Wands, excuse me, I think some of you want to communicate, but maybe you feel a little bit discouraged. You feel like, I don't want to say you feel like it's impossible, but you feel you still may be having some internal battles about it, or you may be how can I say, some of you, your mind is still getting the best of you. You haven't completely overcome your own mind, your own ego, or your fears, or whatever it is that's holding you back. But some of you have an imbalanced mind, or having internal, there's still a little bit of this Five of Swords energy going on internally. I think you're in the process of overcoming it. You could be feeling discouraged about, balancing this energy, or finding harmony, or managing those factors within yourself. And that's what this is all about, overcoming this pride to initiate this communication, because you really want to, it's on your heart, but for whatever reason you still feel discouraged. I think you want to rebuild this connection. Because of it, you're not making any decisions right now. The Chariot is in reverse, Cancer energy in the reverse. You're not making any progress. There's delays. That's why I was like, with the Eight of Wands here, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not as fast moving as this card represents. And the Chariot is in the reverse here, so that lets me know right now. I think there's still probably a little bit more healing that needs to take place before you're gonna be able to have your nerve to initiate this communication or travel or whatever this is that you really are thinking about doing. This also represents lack of self-control. I think it is a lack of being able to control your mind, this mental energy, and I think that's what you're trying to overcome with this Ace of Swords in reverse, and with this Page of Swords and this Five of Swords. I mean, the Page of Wands and the Five of Swords. That's what you're healing. That's what you're managing, balancing out the heart and the mind. And I think you're doing some ego healing. That's what it feels like here. Some ego healing and trying to overcome some fears, trying to overcome some maybe anxiety and just mental stress, right? Your person, I think, is probably healing, probably reassessing a lot of ideas that they're having. The Three of Swords with the Seven of Swords here. Air energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Specifically, let me tell you right now. Come on. Yeah, that is Libra. I thought so. Yeah. Libra for the Three of Swords. Now, it represents removal. So I do think that you feel like this person just removed themselves and just took off. Like, they took off. It's also reassessment and healing. I feel like this person is healing. They may have had a lot of thoughts or a lot of ideas about this situation or about you, but I think this person is probably doing some healing as well. But I think maybe they have a lot of ideas, like business oriented or just creative wise, or not necessarily creative, but I think they just have a lot of ideas and a lot of thoughts that may, I don't want to say have nothing to do with you, but it doesn't feel connected to you. It just feels like it's just a lot of ideas, like, oh, I just want to do this, I want to do this, and I can't wait until I can execute these plans. Then we have the Five of Pentacles here and the Three of Wands. They may be having some financial hardship, or they may be feeling excluded, or this can represent poverty as well. They could be feeling like there's a lack of maybe funds, maybe time, energy, or effort, preventing them from being able to act on the things that they're really passionate about. So that there's some type of loss maybe that they're experiencing, or some type of lack, or there's a fear of loss, and maybe that's preventing them from acting or preventing them from moving forward. A fear of loss. This could definitely be all you, Libra. You could be this could be your mental space, like healing, and then just having high volumes of ideas, having your mind being like all over the place because you're healing. Like you're having just all these thoughts. Like you could be having a lot of fears, you could be having a lot of doubts, you could just be having, a lot of good thoughts, a mixture, a balance. A menagerie of thoughts, but you're trying to balance everything out. These two, the Star in reverse and Temperance, this is what, 16 and 17? 14 and 17. I was going to say, are these back to back in the deck? No, they're not. Aquarius energy and Sagittarius energy, fire and water. But this is definitely healing related. Definitely healing related. And listen, with all these planets being retrograde, I'm not surprised to see that. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Swords with your person. I think this person's probably moved on, maybe to a new job, moved on to, maybe they've moved on to go to school or something. This just feels a little bit business related or self-improvement related. They're doing something for themselves. So I'm like, these ideas that they have are maybe related to their own personal interests or something that they're passionate about or whatever. It may not have anything to do with you, but this person, I think, is working towards self-improvement or building on skills or learning new skills, working towards money and recognition. They may be in school or working towards getting some type of promotion, or like accepted a job offer in another city, another state, another country, or something like that. Let's get some advice from the Star Material deck. 3 shuffles and 3 cards, please, universe, for Libras. One more. Oh, the Lovers, 6 of Cups. Oh, wait, okay. Some of you, this probably is someone from your past. You may be having a little bit of nostalgia, missing someone from your past. If some of you are wanting to make communication with someone from your past, wanting to release your pride, so you can go ahead and say something, speak up. All right, let's look at the Lovers. Seek connection with others, blending opposing ideas into one. Make a choice, accept yourself as you are, give and receive freely. Accept yourself as you are. I think this is about being patient with your own healing process and not judging yourself too harshly. I think that's probably part of the reason you're having so much problems, so many problems releasing pride and making progress with overcoming your mind. I think you're being a little bit too judgmental with yourself. Seek connections with others. Believe people when they say they love you, or when they express love to you, or when they give love to you. Believe it. Take it as true. Don't doubt it. Blending opposing ideas into one. This opposing energy, like trying to balance everything out. Like those aren't necessarily opposing, but you're trying to overcome your own mind so that you can make this communication. Because Ace of Swords in the upright would be communication. You know what I'm saying? So I think you need to kind of reassess the relationship you have with yourself and make sure you're giving yourself some self-love, Libra. We have the Six of Cups. Let's look at the Six of Cups real quick. Indulge in imagination. Keep a childlike sense of wonder. Reconnect with simple forms of expression. It's about being artistic. Simplifying the way you communicate. Don't make it hard. You don't have to do anything super crazy. You know what I'm saying? You just need to be honest and speak from your heart. You know what I'm saying? But you have to kind of get out of your own way first. Excuse me. And then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay, I'll pass it up. All right. Being controlled by fear and worry. What did I say? There's a lot of fear. You're trying to overcome fear and worry. Whatever you're worried about, pride, all that. Being controlled by fear and worry. Use tools like visualization and journaling to work through these ideas. Challenge yourself with powerful questions. Yes, and be patient with yourself. Show yourself love. This is lovely. I love it. And then also with the Six of Cups was saying, like, indulge in imagination. Like, dream like a child would. Visualize things, and then you can manifest them. Like, there's no limit to something that if you can dream it and picture it in your mind, and it's totally attainable. So don't ever doubt that something that you want isn't achievable, and just don't be so hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let's get 3 cards for the likely outcome for you, Libra. Aww. I really feel like y'all know I'm good for yelling at y'all. But I really feel like you are being so hard on yourself, because I feel like I feel this melancholy energy, right? And it's like, oh, you are trying, and just surround yourself with loved ones. Don't get too hard. Don't be too hard on yourself, and you can take breaks in your healing process. You don't have to push yourself through this accelerated course of healing. You know what I'm saying? You can take your time, and if you need a break, tell Spirit you need a break. You know what I'm saying? By all means. Take your time and be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself, and make sure you're giving yourself self-love. Make sure you're paying attention to your body, to your mind, to your thoughts, and ask yourself honest questions. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest with yourself, and then that will make it easier for you to be more accepting of yourself. All right, 2 more shuffles. Just saw the Judgment and the Lovers. Major renewal energy with the Self. 6 of Wands. I can tell the 6 of Wands. It must have gotten wet or something. All right. Some of you, the 6 of Cups again. Some of you are reminiscing, missing someone from your past. This represents success and accomplishment. The outcome is good. I think you're just worried for nothing. The outcome is successful. This represents weddings, babies, anniversaries. This is like one of the like relationship or wedding cards or whatever, but it represents success. Accomplishments could be promotions. It just represents success, happiness, celebrations. Aquarius, Libra, I'm lying. Aries, Leo, Sag. I apologize. I believe Leo specifically. We have 2 6s. Happy memories. Return of the past, lovers or friends. I feel like eventually you probably will go ahead and get the nerve. It may be during Mercury retrograde with this here. You may just overcome your mind or slip up, and Mercury may just push you, because Mercury is moving in. Mercury's in Cancer right now, but I think it's moving into Leo. Yeah, it's moving into Leo on the 26th. So yeah, you may just go ahead and shoot your shot or make your move or initiate some communication with someone from your past, or maybe someone, if it's flip-flop, maybe, it's someone who wants to communicate with you, but however it goes, you know what I'm saying? This is Scorpio energy. But it's old lovers or friends. It's someone you share happy memories with, and I think you're probably having a successful reconnection or reconciliation with this person. Self-expression, strong self-expression, passionate and artistic energy. Sagittarius energy could also be Leo or Aries. We got a lot of fire, a lot of passion. I think you're going to express yourself in a mature and passionate and loving way. And I love this, because you go from not being able to overcome your own mind to being successful and expressing yourself with this person like a boss. Okay, I see you, Libra. All right, let's get some romance angels. I'll just take 3. I did see reconciliation. If it comes out, I'm just saying. One more. 3 cards for Libra, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign Libras. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Have faith in yourself also. Again, just don't be too hard on yourself, and have faith that everything's going to work out. Your proof is right here. Success. You got accomplishment in the outcome. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This is probably definitely a soulmate connection if it's someone from your past. This can also represent past life relationships. We're all on a spiritual journey, but this is very much so dealing with your spiritual journey, and whatever you're going through is preparing you for this outcome. And it's like, the outcome is the outcome. You have free will, but hey, time apart from your person is on the horizon. I think you're already separated. And I think you will remain separated until you reach the point in your healing process, or whichever one of you is going through this. Your person may be doing some healing on their own too, because the 3 of Swords is on their side. But you will remain separated until it's time. And it's going to vary for you. But I think you're in separation right now. Or if you're dealing with somebody, this may be somebody that you are separated from right now, but they'll be returning, because we have the 6 of Cups twice. Let's get 3 cards from the Divine Energy Oracle deck, please. Okay. I'm being told to take these, because these just popped right out, and there's 4 of them. Make necessary sacrifices. It's also making the necessary sacrifices that are hindering you from overcoming your own blockages or fears. Sacrifice those fears. They're not serving you. Live life to the fullest. Your fear will hold you back and prevent you from living your life to the fullest. Your ego only gives a shit about your ego. Doesn't care if you have fun, doesn't care if you experience love, doesn't care, it just wants to protect you from everything, and it thinks everything is, depending on what you've been through, your ego thinks everything is harmful. So you have to live life to the fullest. You have to face your fears and overcome them. Make the necessary sacrifices in your life so that you are able to, accomplish the things that you truly want. Love yourself. This Lover's card is beginning with you. As you begin to love yourself more, you can establish that within your connections with people more deeply. Reevaluate your priorities. These go hand in hand. Just pick apart your life and figure out where it is that you need to spend more time and attention. And like I said, listen to your body. Pay attention to your thoughts, emotions, your energy, your anxiety, anything, any shift that happens in your energy field. Pay attention to it and listen to your body. Listen to your intuition. meditate, make sure you're eating good, just really take care of yourself. Let's get 3 cards from the Kipper deck to dig a little deeper and see if we can see what kind of situation this is. Or let's look at the outcome. Let's further look at the outcome of the Kipper deck. 3 cards for the outcome for Libra. 2 more shuffles. Wealthy man, expectation, bad health. Okay. So some of you, I think you're worrying yourself. Oh, 13 and 31. Some of you, I think you're worrying yourself. Oh, goodness. To the point where you may be, your healing process, your fears or whatever you're overcoming mentally, you're worrying yourself to the point where you're probably having some bad health. So like I said, take a break when you need to. That's just what I'm getting right off the bat. Wealthy man, I think a lot of you, like I said, are just trying to focus on your money. Let's read from the book though, because I'm still learning this deck. All right. So we got wealthy man. Could be a venture capitalist, banker, financer, or entrepreneur. You could be an entrepreneur. He stands for career success, business, acumen, smart plans, rational thought, and well-calculated risks. And I think this is probably you just being an air sign, all in your head, trying to make the best decision for yourself and make sure you benefit the most from whichever decision you make. And you're doing it to the point where you're overthinking and giving yourself anxiety and bad health. Let's see. Maybe a younger man, a company, business, or employer. This card represents, it brings good news, and auspicious card for money matters. Could be a social climber. It shows opportunities and chances. Can symbolize young and dynamic, or a wealthy and ambitious man, relative, boyfriend, brother, son, or best friend. I do sense some masculine energy on this side. More than, I don't feel any specific energy on the right side, but I do sense masculine energy on the left side of this spread. So if you're male Libra, or if you're male cross watcher for dealing with a Libra, this could represent your energy. But I feel like this is you, Libra, either way, male or female, your masculine energy, because the mind is the ego, and that is masculine. I'm just saying. 28. All right, we have expectation. This is about waiting. So this card represents a pause, waiting period, or no forward movement. Listen, because you're not making progress. The Chariot is in the reverse. Hello, which is waiting. Contemplation, reflection, observation, thinking things through, patience, and non-action. You are waiting. You're doing a lot of waiting and a lot of thinking. Too much, probably, to the point where it's giving you bad health. Basically, what I got intuitively from it is what I'm getting, but I'll keep reading a little bit more about this. Could also represent a 3-month wait. Did we have the 3 of Pentacles? No, we didn't. I mean, the 3 of Cups. That would have been 3 months, but no, we didn't. It can indicate you're wishing for a partnership and still have to wait. In professional matters, you should be patient as time is working for you. Yeah, in love, it could be you're wishing for a partner. I think you do want this connection. Like, a lot of you want to initiate communication. You're probably really thinking about it, but you haven't been able to release your pride yet. So you're doing all this overthinking, probably about how can I do it that's going to make me benefit the most. Or you're probably trying to think of a way where you can, you're contemplating on a way that you can initiate this communication and benefit your ego at the same time. And I don't think you can. I think you're driving yourself to the point of having a little bit of bad health. Let's look at bad health a little closer. Literally means poor health, a cold, a minor illness, a sprain. A checkup could be in order. It can represent rest, breaks, naps. Let's see, it could be In general, things are not going as you'd hoped for the moment. I do feel like you are having a hard time dealing with things, just coming to terms with things, accepting some truths about yourself, accepting some truths about whatever the situation includes, just having overall acceptance of yourself and of the details and everything like that. Just again, take your time and be easy on yourself. It can represent serious illness. It can also represent, let's see. It's a time to rest and recover. You should retire and do nothing. Can indicate a patient's room, best read or medical treatment, accompanied by feelings of powerlessness. A lot of you are very discouraged in this healing process. That's what I'm getting from this. And I think it's because you're doing too much thinking. You need to just release your fears, face your fears, ask yourself honest questions. Just be a little bit gentler with yourself and just release your fears, because your fears are driving you crazy. So that's your reading, my lovely Libras. I wish I could just give you a quick 1, 2, 3, do this, take 2 of these, you'll feel better in the morning, prescription type of thing, but this is going to take some time. It's going to be a process. You just have to be gentle with yourself. You have to be patient with yourself, be honest with yourself. You can do this, but you got to get out of your head. You're too much in your head. I think you are trying to find balance and you are trying to heal, but you're feeling a little bit discouraged. But you have to be kind to yourself. You have to love on yourself. And get out of your head. Got to get out of your head. Best of luck to you, Libras. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if this resonated, and comment down below if you want a personal reading or want to donate. Information is in the description, as well as my social media info. Also, I plan on getting attuned to be a Reiki healer very soon. So by all means, if you would like to donate to that, please do, because I can use all the help I can get. And I will be able to do distance healing as well. So thank you so much for watching. Best of luck to you, Libra. Wishing you all the best. Until next time. Peace, love, and light. Bye.